Hello people, welcome back to my channel. Today is a special day because not only it's the last day of 2023, but also today I'm uploading my first ever game devlog of my stylized project codename WoN. Now, as a seasoned game developer, I've been experimenting with countless projects over the years. Small FPS horror games, tiny puzzle games, and so on. After many abandoned attempts, I felt that I'm finally ready for something special. And thus, the project WoN was born. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, let me give you a quick overview of WoN. It is a narrative-driven, stylized soulslike with platforming and puzzle elements. When I was designing the docs for that project, I drew inspiration from two main sources. Psychonauts 2 because of the over-the-top art stylization, and Thymesia because of the dark gritty style and also the simple but unique Souls-like mechanics. Many people ask me why did I choose this engine. There is so much better engines out there. Well,
None yet.
Nanya?
None your fucking business.
but seriously, I feel that the engine is as good as the developer that uses it. Finally chose Godot 4 as my engine due to the potential of usability and the freedom. No shade to any other engines, of course. Since I worked in some games already, I got the gist of what not to do in pre-production of a game that is the foundation of a project. Never start art first. Naturally, I started from the mechanics. Now mind you, I started this project knowing nothing about Godot a couple of months ago, so knew nothing about Python as well. Lucky me, Godot Discord server is filled with the kindest people ever. So with a little help from them, I quickly started getting hang on the code side of the engine, and I started making things. Now, let's talk about movement. Now mind you, this is a very early white boxing mechanic purpose stuff, so don't get your visual stimuli hopes up. Now here we have our player. I started by coding his 3D movement twice. First time was completely wrong and had many problems. I wasn't using character body, it was a mistake, but not a waste of time, because I learned a lot about rigid bodies and how to control them from code. Here we can see the movement, it's pretty smooth so far, and you will notice I have these lines and spheres around models. I already started to code some basic AI as well. The AI so far detects the player, moves forward towards him, deals random damage in random times when the player is in range. When the player is off range, either stops or wanders depending on probability, dies after the player ends its life. Player mechanics includes smooth moving on 3D plane, slow down on ramps bigger than 45 degrees, basic attack that deals damage to an area in front of him, jumping that later will evolve to double jump, first draft of basic dodge that has invincibility, death and respawn after death, and simple life UI for testing. Added a simple targeting system that will be refined in the future. Needless to say, everything will be refined, polished or changed, but I already have some first draft of how the gameplay will look like, and I wanted to show you. With that said, thank you all for watching, feel free to like if you liked, subscribe to follow my journey, and feel free to give me suggestions on mechanics or what you want to see in the game. Although I have a pretty solid idea and the docs are filled with info, I still want to know if I missed something or there is something that will help me with the development of the game. Thank you again and see you on the next one. Cheers!